welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Trying to set this up on Instagram real fast so that I can do this and get it out of the way. Okay, Instagrammers. So I'm taking an incredible chance because the weather sucks. And so what I'm going to do is this simulates the iron rings. It is not the real iron rings, these are hula hoops. But to simulate the iron rings, if you haven't seen my Warriors of Virtue honoring, go to Kung Fu Havoc number 2 and watch those. I'm not going to be out here long, maybe 5 minutes at best for Instagram and Kung Fu Havoc number 2. So you've seen some of the things that I could do. I did a demonstration of how you would lock it around someone's head and pull them to the knee that's closest for Kung Fu, pull them to the knee that's farthest for Karate. Alright, so if you're in the midst of having to work with 2 of these rings, you've seen my video. And if you haven't seen the Warriors of Virtue, the guys all up in the rings doing things like that, that's called a recovery. So, my blocks, my shields, yeah. So, go check that video out if you haven't seen it. So, for 2 rings, as you've seen, it's a little bit confusing, gets a little bit done. Let me state again, for those who are watching on YouTube and Instagram, there's more than likely a never ever going to be a scenario in your life where you're going to fight with 2 giant hula hoops, or a hula hoop in general. But if you do, now you know it can be done. So do a little bit of crane and more martial art moves for you. So you can start off in crane. Let's say you got the weapons and you don't necessarily need the weapons. So you're here, see the beak is closed. So you're here, here, strike, strike, here, done. Alright, so in the event where you have to use the weapons, starting off in crane, boom, boom, boom. Alright, so the main thing you have to understand about the rings, the real rings, the giant rings are made of metal. They are made to protect against swords. So a sword comes this way, boom, block, behind you, there, there, here. So you need to be able to maneuver in and out of the rings as best as possible without falling on your ass, which you're not going to see here. So strikes, there for crane, you see up and down for those lefties, you know. Crane is actually easier to use with the ropes because there's so many different So essentially, no matter what you do, these are blocks and strikes at the same time. Everybody just seen me jump. So that's a strike and a block. That's a strike and a block. As a martial artist, I suggest that you learn to fight with anything and everything that you touch. Every part of you becomes an extension with no matter what you grab. So, hula hoops also. So we're going to close out with a final lesson. Alright, so here is your rounding shield. So you got to be able to whip it out, whip it back on, protect the back, protect the face, whip through, come again, and this would have been your defending as well. So your central blocks for your central line. For those who don't know your central line, that's that line right down the middle of your entire body from head to tailbone. So here, protect through, back, protect the back, here, protect the front, step through. Now, I'm not going to go into the here, dive through, come through, block, and all that. That's way too much work in the night. Also, in a real fight, the only time you're probably ever going to do anything is probably strike, 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 blocks, block, block, punch through, so that you can protect what's coming behind you. So if someone's behind you, block, block, up the front, block, block, block. So as you can see, it's a whole lot harder doing this shit in slow motion. And then that happens. And that happens. So again, in your real life, you'll never have to do that. Instagram, thanks for watching. Okay, so for you here at Kung Fu Epic number 2, give me a second. Nope, too blurry. There we go. Double rings in the night. Damn it. Okay, so while that's moving on out, I'm going to finish this off. After I answer this call. Anyway, my phone's about to die, that's why I ended Instagram. So, to finish this video, the thing you gotta understand is your range of motion now. Your range of motion is how far your arm is, plus your weapon is in your arm. So from here, the reason why I travel through so swiftly is because I'm used to doing that. But whenever you're doing one of these, it's basically a return this to the normal position so that you can fight with one. But also, it is a protective motion. So if anybody comes up behind you, you have that there as well as this. So here, 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 so there, here, there. That could have got you killed. That would get you killed. So strike, strike, strike. Not always is necessary. So strike, strike, strike. So you can put that there. If you couldn't see that, it should have been like this, but it wound up like this. So either way is an okay block unless someone goes through the middle and cuts the shit out of you. Henceforth, the rings are made out of metal, not these plastic hula hoops. So in working the rings, I wouldn't say that you only have to have one. I would say if you're going to use the rings, use them all, which means you're going to use the ones that go around your wrist, as well as the two giant ones. This is like a medium, this is more of a giant. But I guess the bigger your body is, the bigger the ring you're going to need. See how I just messed myself up? So, in fighting, let's say you only need one. Boom, boom, boom. So, recap. For karate, boom, boom, boom. For kung fu, boom, boom, boom. Now the slight difference is the different legs. Alright, so again, karate for power, kung fu for preciseness. Alright, you'll figure out which one you need in the moment that you are actually using it. Anybody who tells you that you're going to just stick to one style and fight, they're lying to you. We're going to make one more video involving night martial arts, and then that's it. Thanks for watching.